Women Lead is a not-profit organization that works for encouraging women and uplifting the status of women in Nepal.
Women Lead is empowering, youth-driven and fun.
Women Lead is the first and only leadership development organization for young women, led by young women in Kathmandu, Nepal. We provide young women with the skills, support, and opportunities to become leaders and change makers in their communities and nation.
Women Lead's core strength is that we don't work for anyone. Instead, we partner with our participants who are all extremely talented and passionate young women to help them achieve their own personal visions for Nepal and the goals they have for their own lives.
We embody our core values, which means we are constantly growing and reflecting as a learning organization. We are youth-led and youth-driven. Our entire team is under 25 and include program alumni like me.
Since we are youth ourselves, we understand and can build relationships of trust and partnership with our participants. The young women from our program are involved in every step of our organization's decision-making process, from helping us design the program to running the program themselves. Our board in Nepal is entirely made up of our alumni, who know best how to guide our organization and make sure we respond to the needs of young women leaders.
My name is Shanti Shaki and I am a leader.
My name is Urza and I am a leader.
Women Lead is an idea born in a dorm room. My co-founder and I met in 2007 as freshmen at Georgetown University. The decision to establish a nonprofit in Kathmandu our junior year was inspired by Claire's upbringing in a rural Nepali village where she witnessed firsthand overwhelming gender inequality. In Singapore, I had seen the discrimination my fellow Filipino citizens were living through as domestic workers, young women my age who had been given no educational opportunities. Claire and I come from different backgrounds. We have both witnessed the limited opportunities available to women in our home countries. We founded Women Lead because we both strongly believe that the lack of female leaders is one of the biggest inequalities of the 21st century.
Women Lead means like a place where I can easily discuss my ideas, my knowledge, share my knowledge, learn from many girls who are inspiring, awesome and amazing in their own way. Whatever I feel like I want to do, if I say to any of the Women Lead members, then they always push me to do that and inspire me to do it. So it has been a very beautiful part of my life, and it has also helped me explore myself, my talents, and learn to lead.
It's so encouraging, it's so helpful for your career, it's awesome platform you can show yourself, and it's so much fun to be in Women Lead.
You can realize what you are, the leader inside you, you can recognize the leader inside you.
More than 7.3 million girls in Nepal are like me under the age of 24. Together we make 30% of our country's population. We don't feel like we can make decisions in our own lives. We don't have access to the resources and opportunities like our brothers do. Whether it is educational, professional, recreational, anything.
First of all, by the name, and I'd seen my seniors doing so great. They had changed a lot in the 2 weeks campaign, leadership campaign that had taken place. And since then, I was like, by hook or crook, I have to enter Women Lead because this will be the starting point, the real starting point where I will be able to stand up as a leader who will be a big inspiration for the other youths who would follow me after my generation. So that's the reason I joined Women Lead.
Seeing the leadership crisis in Nepal, I always wanted to, everybody said we need change, we need to do something for our country. So Women Lead was an opportunity that I felt that would help me develop my leadership and do something for my country.
It made me realize that yes, I can be a leader.
We are gaining admissions to the top universities in the country and winning prestigious scholarships to study abroad. Advocating for our rights with Nepal's political leaders, UN youth councils and international representatives like Milan Verveer.
Through Women Lead, I'm challenging my community's perceptions and their treatment of women.
Since 2011, we've empowered more than 400 female high school students through leadership training, skills building, mentoring, and a peer support network. We support these girls' vision for a bright future, not only for themselves, but for their country.
I want to be a social entrepreneur in waste management. I want to create a healthy and clean environment in Nepal.
I aim to become a lawyer, a person who serves the nation, the world as a whole.
I want to be in architecture, so I want to design a traditional building which would be in the history for a long time.
I see myself after 10 years being the head of a NGO and INGO and doing something for the welfare of my own country.
To start my own venture, so through that company, I would like to give employment to people and like generate employment and raise the economy of a country in no matter how small, in a small way, but then I want to do that.
My dream is to work in a reputed multinational company and work in the top positions and represent Nepal outside the country.
These girls are well on their way to achieving their dreams, with 87% of our 2010 graduates attending university, studying subjects such as dental surgery, biotechnology, business, physiotherapy, architecture, civil engineering, and accounting.
Women Lead multiplies the impact by encouraging everyone we train here to take what they learned and pay it forward. As a member, I am expected to take the knowledge and the skills that I've learned here and empower the girls in my school, my community, and even in my family.
We include boys in our programs when appropriate, such as in our leadership track, which involves 40% boys, because we know that girls will be leading with boys in the future, and boys need to learn to work with and support female leaders. Through our leadership track, we provide boys and girls with a safe space where they can talk about taboo topics like domestic violence and gender stereotypes.
I would like to change the idea about people that women are weak and they can't be the leaders and run the country. I want to change that. And I want to change the traditional aspect of people in Nepal and the negativity towards change, and make them realize that change is good and there must be change and women are the key to change.
The thing I would change about Nepal is that now Nepal is known as a male-dominated society. That's the thing I would like to change, and I would like to change the viewpoint of men that look women. They're not the people who look only kitchens. They can go outside the world and prove themselves. That's the thing I would like to change most.
Every time a girl we work with identifies as a leader, we are taking one radical step towards gender equality in Nepal. The young women we work with will one day change Nepal. They have a bold, unapologetic vision of creating a nation different to the one they were born into. We hope to continue building an organization that is girl-driven and girl-led and trains hundreds of girls to speak up, advocate for women's rights, and encourage other women to be leaders. We want to encourage families and schools to support girls' accomplishments and prioritize girls' leadership and professional development. We want to build a culture that values young women's leadership. The problems this world faces will not be solved until the full potential and power of young women is unleashed on every continent. We will keep working until the day that women and girls leading alongside men is an ordinary occurrence, not just a dream.
Tough question.